All right, guys, so Scarlett, the 87 GT T-Top is officially back from the body shop, and she's doing a lot better than when she left. Little sneak preview before we get into this thing here. So she has been gone for almost 7 months, okay? It was dropped off April 30th of 2025, and I just took delivery of her yesterday, November 26th. So almost 7 months since she's come back to her official parking spot here. So without further ado, let's pop the hood and check this thing out. All right, guys, here she is. First reveal. A lot of things to review and touch base on. Just give you a brief little overview here, what she's looking like. And I'll start touching base on all the little things. All right. So, first thing we notice, no more rust, right? We had rusted everything, rusted aprons, rusted frame rails, rusted shock towers, all of the above. This thing was a true definition of a Mustang, and she lived up to the name very well. We still have rusted floor pans, but hopefully in the near future that title will no longer qualify for my baby here. But she's looking so much better, guys. Now, this is not finished. A lot went down while this was getting done. So the original person that started this at the body shop left and found another job, and then somebody came in secondhand and finished it, who didn't take it apart, who didn't start the job, who wasn't familiar with this project in general. Okay, so it was about halfway done, I would say, when dude left, and you know, definitely a nightmare, scary situation. And then you know, second guy came in and got it done. It was there for 7 months, and the owner who worked with me a lot on this, he did make it happen, and it's not fully finished, not as much as I wanted got done, but it's pretty close. And there's little things here that I'm probably going to go over and, you know, fix, and there's going to be some things that he said prior to paint that he will also go back and touch base on. First thing is a firewall. Now, that has always been one of the biggest concerns for me on this car. I couldn't stand the crease. It drove me insane. Of course, I'll bring in some before shots, you know, throughout this whole you know, overview of this restoration on this engine bay. But this firewall has come a long way, but it also needs a lot of work still. The upper part here looks pretty good. It's pretty dialed. The circle is back. So the guy who originally started this project, he kind of, one of the first things he did when he started messing and tweaking with this car was messing with that firewall, and he got that circle back. But while doing so and getting the creasing out, he created some holes. There's a little bit of rust in there. There's a little crack right there. So if we really get up on this, it needs a lot of massaging. Probably going to need a little bit of Bondo, of course, and a little bit of tweaking. So it's pretty close though. Honestly, if that crack gets welded and these few things get welded, I can make that myself look how it's supposed to look, to be honest. But we're pretty close there. So that was something I was really hoping would come back 100% solved, but we're going to get that resolved before paint, okay, obviously. But that is one thing that I was hoping to have done. But nonetheless, it has made a lot of progress. It looks a lot better than it did, and it does now resemble a Foxbody firewall, which is really the end goal. We want this to look as OEM, but OEM plus, you know, with shaved, nice, clean OEM look with a little bit of tweaking, okay? So that's really what I'm going for. Resto Mod OEM plus look on the whole car, okay? Bay being the first example. So, frame rails. These are the Fox rails from LMR. Did have the whole shave down here. Still needs a little bit of body work too. You can see right where that was, those two little notches here. Still gonna need some filler in there. You know, this was pretty much a, you know, quick get it together. I know he wanted it out of his shop, so this was more so let's get it together, and when it comes back, we'll finalize everything. But these aprons, all right, so here are the new shaved aprons. They're really nice. There's a couple things that like are, I guess, kind of weird about them. You know, we got like this just like random thing here. This is a random indent there, that there. I'm not too pressed about it, you know what I mean? I might have this filled in, but I'm not overly pressed about it. It looks a lot cleaner, a lot, you know, nicer than stock does, right? So definitely came a long way. All right. A few other things we'll go over here. This is the 89 radiator support. So once I got the car there, he did suggest that we just put a new radiator support on it, especially with all the rust that was down here. So we did do that. So I did get the radiator support from a local guy, and he came through. This is an OEM radiator support off an 89 convertible, and went right on. So came together well. So that is a new radiator support. We got new rails, new aprons, and we did do some shaving, of course. Didn't want to use seam sealer on this, but he did. He really, you know, he really suggested it and wanted to use seam sealer in these back corners, which these cars don't come like that. And if you remember, that was very molested back there, so that hid that pretty well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clean some of this seam sealer up. So I will leave it, but I am going to make it look nicer than they left it. So that's one thing I will address. I didn't want to use seam sealer on this build. I really, well, not where it isn't factory, but you know, he was adamant about it. So it is what it is. You know, I'll clean that up and make it look a little bit better myself before this thing gets fully painted, so it fits. It looks more, you know, sleek and just cleaner, as you know, we're going for extremely clean bay here, guys. So pretty much everything here has been replaced. We got new metal in the shock towers, rails, aprons, everything shaved. All right, so pretty much a new bay here. Now we got a few things here that were missed, little things, nothing crazy, just things I want to go over. There's a few little spots that need to be sanded out and stuff. You know, I'm going to probably do that. There is some runs in the primer as well. I'm not stressed about that. There's a few spots that I'm going to sand, clean up. I actually just dropped the sway bar because underneath here was missing a lot of primer, and I washed this thing yesterday and, you know, gave it a huge rinse, huge wash. Obviously it was filthy coming from the body shop, you know what I mean? So I gave it a really good bath, and a lot of water got in the bay. I rinsed the bay out too, blew it out really good, but some rust did appear from that water, and one of the spots is down here, was under there. I already fixed that, but before I went any farther, I was like, let me record this. I want to document it exactly how it came, just so we can see the full progress start to finish on this build. So there's going to be a lot of things, like I said, I'm going to go over. There's still rust in here. I don't know if I can get you underneath there to see that. So that was kind of missed with the primer on both of the K-member mounts. You know, just little spots, a little spot right there. I'm gonna have to get some more primer in. So there's some spots, you know, under here on the aprons too. Try to get the camera under here so you guys can see. Hopefully you guys can see all that. But yeah, we're gonna need to get some primer up in there. So I am gonna have to go back over this and get in these, you know, little fine, you know, sharp corners, small spots, little areas, and get some primer up in there. Like I said, I just did the rails. You can see my discolored primer right there. So that was from me getting the bottom of these rails, but overall I am happy with it. It did come out pretty much exactly how I wanted it to. Wish the firewall would have got resolved, and maybe a couple more little things with body work here and there, but other than that, I mean, considering how, you know, two different people did this job, I think it came together really well. Body's pretty good lining up wise, so everything gap wise or it's pretty much there. I need to do a little tweaking on the bumper and stuff. I actually put this together at the body shop. They were having a little trouble getting the bumper on and getting everything aligned, so I just went there myself and put the whole front end back on. So did that, aligned everything. I got the hood latch installed. I got it together. Everything's good. Everything's you know, about there. It's going to need a little bit of tweaking, of course, but this all has to come back off. I really got to get in here and you know, just go over a few things, and like I said, hit a few spots with some primer, and she'll be good. So I'll worry about all the little minute details with the body lines and everything after I get this all back off and you know, go over everything with a fine-tooth comb. But here she is, guys. She is looking great. She is night and day from where she was, where we last left off. She has a fixed engine bay. This is one of the biggest problems with these cars, and this was what was holding me back from taking this car any further. I needed to see this to invest any more time, any more money into this particular car and make it worthwhile. I didn't want to get into the floor pans, which yes, are still rusted. I didn't want to get into any other things, spending any more money on this without knowing for 100% fact I was going to have this car back with a good engine bay. So we have that now. So now we can take it to the next level, right? So we'll be getting into the floor pans, because yes, they certainly are rusted. All right, you can see. I've shown that numerous times on camera. It is not good, but I think I'm actually going to take that on myself. Not 100%, but I'm considering just time and money and energy. I think it might be best if I just make it happen myself, and that's one more thing I could add to the arsenal of what I do. And I'm always going to be building cars, and especially building these cars. They are always going to need to be welded. There's going to be a ton of them that need to be saved still. So I would like to contribute to that, and I think I'm just going to have to start getting into welding. So this is where we're at, guys. I think my next step is going to just be, like I said, touching up all the little things. I might take all this back off, touch it all up, and then put it back on, then get into the floor pans. But other than that, I think this is a pretty solid update from where we left off. This is virtually a whole new front end on this car. So as you can imagine, I'm extremely excited to see this and have it back. And hopefully you guys are excited to see this project continue and actually get completed, because we overcame arguably the biggest obstacle this car had to offer. So we're about there, guys. Definitely some more rusting and more welding needed in the future here, but we are in a good spot, and now I'm actually willing to dedicate some more time and money into this thing, considering she's fixed. So there we go, guys. Hopefully she's looking as good on camera as she does in person. Like I said, it does need a few little things here and there, some sanding, all that, but she's back, guys. So for now, Scarlett, the T-top is fixed, engine bay wise anyway. So make sure you stay tuned for the next update.